Jets at 7-4 in playoff position right now, going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Early game, but it's a pretty big game, Pete, for Kirk Cousins.
Hey, Kirk Cousins played well last week. He played really
Lights
good
out,
football. Yes, he did. He played well. I got to give him his props. He played outstanding football. This is a good Jets defense, and I can't wait to watch this offense against that defense.
Justin Jefferson against Sauce guard.
Well, not just that, the whole front, and you know, the front can get after it. That Jets front is really good. The front seven is faster, athletic, they're big, they're strong, and they have a lot of bodies. It's going to be a problem for Kirk Cousins. But I think this is a spot for the Vikings at home. I'll take the Vikings minus the points. I think they're going to get enough on offense. And I think the Jets are so, I don't care what Mike White did last week. They're so limited on offense. You are what you are. At some point, he's going to turn into Mike White. He's going to turn into Mike White.
You keep saying that. The reality is he made that offense for the Jets look like they're a playoff caliber team. Right now, if the playoffs were today, they would be in the playoffs.
Who are they playing?
They would be the 7th seed.
They'd be the Chicago Bears.
What?
Last week.
I'm just saying, the reality is he still came in, diced him up.
So you
believe
believe
exactly what he should do.
You believe in Mike White. You're a believer.
I'm not saying I believe in Mike White. What I'm saying is that's how that offense is supposed to look.
I get it.
And I think that's really what Robert Saleh and this team needs moving forward. And taking on a Vikings defense that's given up a ton of pass yards. And they've played a lot of that soft shell coverage.
I agree.
And they've really struggled. So he should be able to pick his poison, whether it's Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, whoever he wants in the passing game, the way the Vikings have played as far as pass defense. But I'll lay the 3 points. I think the under is the better play in this one. I think it's a shorter game. Both teams will be able to run the football. I do think it's going to be a tight game. And so I'll lay the 3. I don't feel great about it. I think the under is the best play.
You know, my adage, you are what you are. Eventually it shows up. It'll show up.
Well, okay, then you're making a conversation for why is Mike White in there in the first place? Because they need to figure out what they have in Zach Wilson by the end of this year. And this obviously stands right
They're playoff
away.
alive. They think that they can maybe have a better chance to get to the postseason with him, but he's eventually going to become who he is. You are who you are in this league, Brady.
That's fine if you feel that way.
How do you feel about it?
What I'm asking you is, what would you prioritize? Them trying to go on a playoff run with Mike White, or figuring out what they have in their number 2 overall pick?
I think you're in danger of losing the locker room if you don't play Mike White. That's why they're playing him.
So then does that already make your decision on Zach Wilson?
For the rest of the year? Or for the career?
Both.
No. Grow up. I mean, he needs to grow up and start handling his business like an NFL quarterback.
And that's fine, but you think he's going to all of a sudden come around in year 3?
I'm not saying Zach Wilson's the answer either. Okay. I'm just saying I know Mike White isn't the answer for the long term.
I'm rooting for Mike White.
He was the answer last week.
By the way,
he was on my Better Than team way back in the day when he
Mike White?
Yes, he was.
And you're off the boat?
Because
you're off the bandwagon?
He remembers where he played college ball.
I thought he was a backup quarterback.
Western
Kentucky.
Yeah. Now, know where he's from? South Florida.
That's right. He is from South. He went to Danny's school, didn't he? I think he did.
Danny Cannell's school?
Yeah.
What kind of private school was that?
Some expensive private.
What's that supposed to
be? I don't know.
But you're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Right, Danny? We got you, Danny.
Unbelievable.
Hey, public schooling is where it's at.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.